Fantastic Four First Steps is a dud. This movie will not turn a profit for Disney Marvel. And the sad thing is, most people that have seen it like the movie. It's not a perfect movie. I'd say it's okay. I would give it a 6 out of 10. It's an okay movie. You know, that's actually good for Marvel, considering a lot of the stuff that they've put out has been hot trash. However, I have a lot of problems with the movie. I don't like that Silver Surfer. I don't like Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. I would have rather had somebody else play him. There's so many other people that could have done a much better job with that character, but I don't think he's going to be around for a long time. In fact, I think they're all going to be recast after Secret Wars because they're just too old. What is he going to be, Reed Richards, until he's 70? Pedro Pascal's like 50. So I don't know where they're going to go with that. I don't think that they're going to be around. I think he's going to become the Maker, which is a villainous Reed Richards from the Ultimate Universe, the original Ultimate Universe, because they rebooted it. But yeah, I think he's going to become the Maker. That's been a theory that I've had, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. Now, the spin on this continues. This is an article from 21 hours ago over at Collider. New MCU movie becomes one of Disney's 50 highest grossing movies in U.S. history. By the way, without inflation being added in with the older movies, which is something that they do all the time, which is pure cope. Pure cope. Yeah, I'm sure this is a massive success. I'm sure Disney's just so happy with this performance. And there's articles like this every day. They're just trying to spin these movies as a success. They did the same thing with Thunderbolts. They did the same thing with Captain Falcon. But let's get into this. So I saw this yesterday. I said, well, that's interesting. So Namor and Invisible Woman have filmed scenes together. Now, what's interesting about that is it specifically says the two actors. They don't include Pedro Pascal or the people that play the Thing or Johnny Storm. I forget their names. It's just these two. It's Namor and Invisible Woman, which immediately had me thinking, oh, okay, well, they're obviously going to go down this little path here because there's always been kind of a thing. Like he's always had it for Sue, and it's kind of like Wolverine and Jean Grey in a way. Like she's with Reed. She is attracted to him, but she wants to be with Reed. But this has been a storyline, oh man, I feel like since the 60s. Is the little spark between them. I'm just wondering how far they're going to take it in the Marvel movie. I think she's probably going to cuck him. Something's going to happen there. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happened in Marvel and Disney Marvel. Oh, let's go ahead and shake up this happy marriage. So what's funny, and I didn't know this till I started looking into it, and this is from July 27th. They've been asking Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby about Namor being in the film, and they don't say anything. They're quiet about it. Tight-lipped, as they say. So I'm very curious to what's going to happen here. And I've had this theory about him becoming the Maker in the MCU for a long time. This is how you get them. This is how you get that character down that path, is doing some shit like this. I really do believe that Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards is going to become the Maker in the MCU. And I think that's why a lot of actors turn down the role. Remember, he was like 8th down the line or something to be picked for this character. A lot of people turned it down, didn't want it, because they didn't like the way he was written. And I wonder if they were given some insight on where they were going to go with the character. So, and this is just my speculation. I want to be clear. Nobody has reported on that. This is just what I think they're going to do, given the history of what they've done with these characters, at least since phases 4, 5, and 6 started. Maybe they've scrapped those plans. Who knows? But I do find all of this very interesting. I do think that she's going to cuck him in the movie. That would be right up modern Marvel's alley. They do that kind of shit all the time. Nothing like dehumanizing men and making them irrelevant. But who knows? Maybe they'll just have a little flirtation, and that'll be it, which would be in line with the comics. There's always been a little bit of flirtation there, just like with Jean and with Wolverine. However, they've taken it far in the comics. Wolverine and Jean and Cyclops are a little polycule, so I don't know with modern Marvel. Here's another thing right here, them talking about it, and him acting like he's like outraged.
Spider-Man once.
You're always bringing up these...
I couldn't understand the age difference there, but...
You're always bringing up affairs and dates with other people, always. And you know exactly what you're doing.
Is it because you already talked about Namor?
Every single chance she gets.
And it does come up a lot. I mean, he
nobody brings it up. Nobody brings it up except for her.
I mean, I'm sorry. It's
Tenoch Huertas in Doomsday. So you got some competition. Maybe a love triangle. I don't know.
Risky.
Nothing to say, or
no comment.
You don't feel any jealousy about it.
Let the voters decide.
Yeah.
So we shall see what happens. I think that we're going to see that marriage probably break up just like it did in the Ultimate Universe. Marvel has been following the Ultimate Universe for a lot of things. So let's see what happens. Before we go, though, this K-pop Demon Hunter thing, this is wild. It officially becomes Netflix's most popular film ever. It took down Red Notice, which was that rock movie, and they saved Santa Claus. I didn't watch it, but that was apparently the most watched film until this one. It went into theaters and took number 1. Moved down Freakier Friday and Fantastic Four, bringing in just extra money. Basically, they made back most of the money that they spent on this movie. So it's just wild to see the popularity of this. It shows where things are shifting as far as entertainment. I've talked about that before. The popularity of anime over here is just growing and growing with every generation. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.